I told you about the time I almost got killed by a chimpanzee already, right? I told you about that story.
When was this?
I didn't tell you that story.
Even if you did, tell me again. I'm sure a lot of people never heard of it. Tell me.
So from this pilot I did for Comedy Central, we had a chimpanzee as one of the gags where I was playing chess with a chimpanzee and the chimpanzee beat me at a move. And so I go, the chimpanzee's smarter than me. It's just a stupid quick gag. Like a computer's hooked up to the chimp and like it says checkmate. The computer says checkmate. So I was really excited about this day, and my friend Tom Giannis, who was the co-creator of the show and directed it, was he kept telling me, Duncan, do you think there's any way we could do this without a chimp, or do you really want to have a chimpanzee? Because I've worked with chimpanzees before, and they're really hard to control on set, and they're dangerous. And I'm like, no. I want to work with a chimp, man. I'm not going to say no to working with a chimp, and they're not dangerous, and they're going to sense that I'm a nice guy, and the chimpanzee's going to know I'm okay, and it's going to be fine. I was looking forward to this for days, because I've always wanted to fucking hold a chimpanzee. So, the chimp gets here. You know that I know the chimp's there? Because it's punching the hardwood floor as hard as it can as it's coming down through, like, to where we're shooting. It's just punching the floor, punching the floor, punching the floor. Bang, bang, bang. This fucking thing, it looks like if you took a toddler and just blasted it with steroids. It's like, imagine the most muscular toddler with the worst case of ADD on the planet. That's a chimpanzee. And so right before we start shooting, the guy says, okay, just so you guys know, this is a very friendly monkey.
Call him a monkey.
Or, I'm sorry, chimp. I'm gonna.
I was like, that trainer sucks, dude.
Yes.
How'd that guy get that chimp?
I'm a chimp trainer.
I don't know.
Is there a Harvard for chimp trainers? You just fucking get a chimp. You say you're a trainer, and you can rent the thing out.
Don't you have to be a primatologist or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
So this fucking monkey. So he's like, just the chimpanzee's the strongest person in the room. If he comes up to you, he just wants to say hi. He's very friendly. Just don't make any quick movements. And so suddenly this chimp is sitting in front of me, and it goes from being like, oh, this is going to be cute, to being like, this is no different than being with a tiger. This thing is fucking strong. It seems kind of focused and cool right now, but it was being a little weird earlier.
How big was it?
I don't know the weight of the thing. It was probably like a little higher than my waist, like with the chimp crouch happening. So
you say maybe 70 pounds, 80 pounds?
I'd say like probably 80 pounds or something. I don't know. So
it's not a baby.
No, it's a middle-aged little guy wearing blue jeans.
I think it's more than 100 or 100 pounds.
I don't know. It wasn't. No, I don't know. I could have picked it up.
It's muscular shit, right?
So
they're real muscular.
So we're starting to do the scene. Chimp's got to move a piece. By the way, for animal rights people out there, I will never, ever, ever, ever use a chimpanzee again in anything that I ever do. I don't advocate it. It's cruel. It's a horrible thing. It's fucked up. These creatures belong in habitats or in the wild. They do not belong on a movie set. They're very cool creatures, but it's a terrible thing.
I agree.
So
totally.
I'm fucking sitting there, and basically in like 2 seconds, the chimp went from being calm and kind of focused to screaming at the top of its lungs and shooting past me at maybe 20 miles per hour, like there's no way I could have reacted if it wanted to pounce on me. I couldn't have blocked it. It was like just this bang, like a lightning bolt. It shoots by me and runs to the top of this divider. So now it's pulling like a King Kong. It's like, it's screaming at all of us, and I'm like, fuck, I'm feeling the worst sense of guilt and fear. Anyway, we get it back down.
Holy shit.
We get it back down. Everything's fine again. It's like nothing happened. I didn't just freak out. Nothing just happened. It's cool. Gets off its chair.
Whoa. Hold on. This thing freaked out and you went back to work with it again?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Went back to work. I got to get the shot, man. It's low budget. And fuck it, man. Let's go for it. So what if I lose my... I was terrified it was a bad decision in retrospect. But in the moment, I decided to do it. So the thing's in front of me again. And it's calmed down. And it's kind of cool. Now I look over. The trainer is sweating like, nervous sweat, like nervous sweat.
Oh, no.
And I swear I hear the guy who's with him whisper to him, should we do it? Should we do something with her? Like, should we do it? Should we do it? And he's like, not yet! He yells at the guy. So I'm thinking, like, did he just suggest that they dart the chimp or something? Like, they calm it down, like something's not right with the chimp right now? So anyway, thing goes for me again. Not for me, but shoots out of the chair again. The guy tackles it. Football tackles the chimp, right? Football tackles this poor fucking creature. The guy hits his head on a chair. He hits his nose on a chair from tackling the chimp. The chimp didn't bite him, but he hit his nose. I saw him do it. So, because he tackled the chimp. Why did he tackle the chimp? He saw something in the chimp's eyes that made him think, I gotta tackle this chimp. So he tackles the chimp. He stands up. I look around. The crew is like white-faced. I'm sitting here frozen in terror. I look over. The chimp is projectile vomiting bananas, because that's what they do when they get anxious. And the guy's like, guys, we can go on. Everything's fine. Blood running down his face from where he slammed into the chair. Just blood just gushing down the guy's face. And I'm like, no, you know what? I think we got it. Let's call this a day. And that happened, man. Those fucking things are fast and deadly and dangerous and fucking kind of half insane because they're out of their environment. So when I went to see Planet of the Apes, and the first time one of those chimps went to kill someone, and the chimp's like, no, we mustn't kill. Let's let these humans live. I'm like, fuck that. Chimps, if they were super intelligent, they'd be ripping people to, like, fucking turkey on Thanksgiving. That's what annoyed me about it. It should have been brutal.
It was more realistic. You wanted it to be more realistic.
Yeah, I wanted to see fucking monkeys, like, not just, by the way, like, all these monkeys seem really good at jumping through office glass.
If they weren't, it would be the most boring movie ever. If they were all hitting the glass and falling back.
Not if they were grabbing the workers in the office and slamming their bodies into the glass like bean bags, splitting them like fucking.
So you didn't have fun with the movie at all? You couldn't look at it?
No, I did think that some of that jumping through the glass shit was ridiculous, but I was willing to let it go because it was a fun movie.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
To me, it was just a fun, badass movie.
Listen, there is that part of my brain too that's like, whoa, this is fucking cool.
But I'm not discounting what you're saying. I completely agree with you. If they went full chimpanzee, what a chimp would really be like if it was intelligent, it would be a horror film. A horror film of epic proportions where the chimps would storm the town and just kill all the people.
Exactly.